Good morning, YouTube. Just fluffing out my little, I don't know if I want to call it an afro, flow, or curly fro, or whatever. Boy, I've been just shampooing, letting the air dry, and I know this hair is really big if I press it out. It's probably up to here if I press this out. My hair been just stayed curly. Ooh. And then it's trying to pull out this gray. But anyways, good morning, YouTube, to the two people on here. I wish I could see the dang chat. Ugh. I know Paul is probably on here. Let me see if I can look on my phone. I can't tell if anybody's on here. Type something in the chat because I'm still trying to work out this dang chat. I know it's easier for me to view it when I'm on the phone, but when I'm on my laptop, all I can see is the three viewers. So let me see if I can go on my phone. I know my usual folks that comes on the morning is usually get on my channel. Paula for one. Joseph. And let me see who else would I think would be on here. Yeah. Anyways, as you can see from my title, Amazon Hiring Day. Now, I know, Paula, you may be interested in this, but today Amazon has a major hiring event. And so I was online checking my status because my background check and my drug test results came back. So I'll be waiting for an email as to my start date with Amazon. I'll be working in the receiving and control for Amazon. It's a part-time position, permanent. You get benefits after 90 days, and then of course you get a discount with Amazon up to $100. So you want to order anything from Amazon, you also get a discount. Now, let me show y'all the screen with the Amazon hiring event. Let me see here. Because they had I hate this screen. Okay, so if y'all could see this, Amazon Job Day, biggest hiring event ever, 8 a.m. to 12 noon, tour fulfillment center, and then it has Baltimore, Massachusetts, Fall River, Massachusetts, Buffalo, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Romeoville, Illinois, Huron, Kentucky, Robbinsville, New Jersey, Oklahoma City, Kenosha, Wisconsin, Whitestone, Indiana, Etna, Ohio, and Kent, Washington. Yep. So I don't know what y'all saw, but Amazon has a major hiring event today at the various fulfillment centers, and I did name off some of the cities, most all the cities, but the main ones that stood out was Baltimore. So anybody who lives in Baltimore that's looking for a position with Amazon, go down there and they'll be hiring on the spot basically. So Amazon is great in regards to making extra money. And then at some point in time, if you want to still do Uber Eats, Lyft, or any other your other gigs on the side, it gets to a point where you get kind of tired of being 1099. At least I know I get a little bit tired of being a 1099 employee. And now I worked at Amazon once before. Remember I told you a few months ago I was working in customer service and working from home. And after about a week or a week and a half, no, I think it was more like 2 weeks. It was the second week. And all the confusion with the downloading of the systems on your own laptop. And then they gave me a laptop, and it was just, and then they wanted to rush people on the phone after a week or so. And just that hint of micromanaging. And I was like, you know what? I can't do it. Not for $10 an hour, even though I was working from home. And the hours that I chose, I thought it was going to be great. It was from 5 p.m. to 2 in the morning. And I said, you know what? You have to do better than this when it comes to training. Because you can't say, oh, we're going to be 5 weeks of training. And then when you get in there, y'all want to try to rush people through the training in 1 week or not even a week, gave you 4 days to go through modules that was like, each module was at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours long. And that didn't even count the quiz and the test you had to take after each and every module. So I don't know how they determined that training was less than a week. They didn't want you to take any notes. They didn't want you to write things down. They just wanted bodies to answer that phone because they were preparing for that Amazon big, launch day that they have, like Christmas in July. That's what they were focusing on. They were so dang in need of customer service representatives to work from home that they thought that, oh, let's hurry up and get them to rush to the training and hurry up and get them on the phone, and you're just going to wig it. Everything is in front of you in terms of finding the answers. That's how they wanted to do it. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I already worked at the IRS, micromanaging, and I said, I'd be hell if I work from home for $12 an hour. $10 an hour. Look at my little St. Jude t-shirt. And be rushed like that, But let me tell you what Amazon got the nerve to send me this morning. They sent me an email, said, oh, we sent you an exit email, but we forgot to get your contact information because now will you consider coming back for customer service? They call it the VCS division, Virtual Customer Service Division. And they wanted me to fill out the form with my contact information. And now I'm on the list for rehire for the virtual customer service position from home. Now, I already took this other position with Amazon, working in the shipping and receiving. When when the drivers want to pick up those packages, they're ones who are independent contractors and they work for Amazon Flex. And they go to the warehouse, they load all those packages in their car or truck or whatever. I'll be working over there in Smyrna. So I'll be the one, what I'll be doing, and it's part-time, it's about, I don't have my schedule yet. I chose like 3 p.m. in the afternoon to 8 o'clock. The other choice I chose was 1 a.m. to 6:30 or 6 o'clock a.m. So I don't know which one I'll be doing or what hours I'll be picked. So they pay $12 an hour. And then if you work overnight, they pay $13 an hour. And after 3 months, you get full benefits. And then if you're there for a year, which the only reason why I would stay for a year And it's because they offer a full tuition, well, 95% tuition reimbursement at Amazon. So you could go to school that's in high demand. You can go to school for any occupation that's in a high demand. Now, you know the high demand positions are going to be anything in IT, computers, healthcare. Um, they even said they'll pay people to go to truck driving school. If you want to become a truck driver and go to school for that, they'll pay for that. Now, let me tell you. So them to say they're going to pay 95% of the tuition, that's worth staying with Amazon. Now, the customer service position, when I first started doing that a few months ago, that was only seasonal for about, they said it was 6, 7 months. And then after that, they will determine if they will convert you to permanent. But obviously, they need people to be on the phone, working from home, that now they're reaching out desperately for people to work with Amazon from home. Now, it's only selective states. So if you're interested, I know a lot of y'all had expressed interest in working from home on Amazon. Um, in my previous email, when I first made that announcement, and y'all wanted to know how you work from home. So go to Amazon.com /careers, or just go to Amazon.com and then scroll down and go to careers. Click on that link, careers, and then it will list some positions. But yes, they are still hiring for people to work from home in a virtual call center. And I don't know which states it is, but it's a lot of states. But I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I know it was so glorious, so good to say, "Oh, I'm gonna work from home, and I ain't gotta, burn up all my gas and blah blah blah." But let me tell you, working from home, it ain't no fun, because even though you may have the freedom to not having to drive your car, be in traffic, it's almost worse, because when you work from home, everything on that computer, you put yourself in available, you put yourself on break, lunch, they monitor everything. So if you working from home on your computer, and you just say, you don't touch that keyboard, they know what you typed, every letter, every keypad, even every keyboard that you touch. So if you think that you could sit there and be like, let me go ahead and, no, they watch everything on that screen, what you're doing. They watch everything. You have to almost be motivating and motivate yourself to be there, to work from home, and be disciplined to not wander or whatever. But let me tell you, it could be worse, because see, working customer service jobs, and you taking on inbound calls, people are complaining, and you got to find the information that they need. And if you don't have that good foundation and training coming off the bat, it could be hard. And Amazon made it so difficult, and they trained it. It wasn't even necessary. If they had, and I had finished, let me tell you, I was 95% finished with the training. However, I had to go back and do about 6 of those quizzes, and then the last test, which comprised of all the questions they asked you from the previous modules, was like on the last certification, which was like 50 or 100 questions. It's ridiculous. I mean, it was just like ridiculous. And they tell you they don't want you to take any notes, or So all I was doing that whole entire time, after they was rushing me, are you almost finished? You almost finished? Where are you up to? Are you stuck? Do you need questions? If you have questions, just reach out to us, ask some questions, blah, blah, blah. Who keeps calling me? And ain't nobody calling me on, let me see. Hello? All right, asshole. You know, Every time I do a live stream, some fool been calling me on no caller ID, punching numbers. Now, if you the asshole that's been cyber bullying on my channel and you calling my number because you got my number in some form of fashion or whatever, trust me, I got a surprise for you. So if you one of those people calling on the call ID, you just don't know. I have ways of figuring out who you are. You know, y'all, some of y'all people are fucking idiots. You'll get on there, you'll get on people's websites, on YouTube channels, and you'll make these little stupid ass racial comments. You sit up in here harassing. You don't know who, you don't know anybody, you know anything about the person who makes these videos. You don't know the capabilities and the connections I have to figure out who you are. You're a fucking fool. So if you were the person who's been on my channel and you called my number with showing no call ID and you just came on my phone and you were doing whatever you were doing, you're going to be traced. Point blank, you're going to be traced. You're a fucking idiot. And there's two people in particular that I've been, you know, that's why I don't post those comments until after I approve them to show up. Chad, C-H-A-D, you won. And there was another person that got the nerve to put their full name on there. You're an idiot. You're a damn ass, stupid ass fool. You know, some of y'all people, boy, I swear, y'all just get on people's channels, you make these comments. You think, okay, let me go ahead and report you to YouTube and say you're harassing me. Man, I would do something way worse than that. It'll be way worse than that. You just don't know. People are just, y'all idiots. Whoever who's done this, doing that, you're a fucking fool. That's all I got to say about that. And don't be surprised and don't be shocked when someone comes knocking on your door saying that you've been reported of somebody, you've been doing something. Don't mess with me. I'm the last person you want to mess with. You know, the last one you want to mess with. Trust me. So don't call. So I put my number out there. I put my email. I have a website or whatever. And y'all get on there. You know, act a fool. Be foolish. Be foolish if you want. But I can tell you one thing. If you dare go to people's house or drop on their premises, trust me, I already got approval from DeKalb County that if I felt threatened or any sort of way, or somebody comes to your door and you feel threatened, you're going to be laid out of my fucking front yard, right there on Water's Edge. Your body going to be straight up on the dang lawn. You know? So fuck with me. Fuck with me. Be stupid. Because I am not the one, I could assure you, I am not the one to be messed with. So that's all I got to say about that. Now, back to the, so Amazon's hiring nationwide, basically, various different positions. I gave up trying to apply to be a Amazon driver, you know. I gave up on that because I was like, shoot, I've been on that waiting list to be an independent contractor to, you know, pick up packages and load up your car for 200, 300, 600 packages or whatever, driving around Atlanta. You don't even know where you're going until you get there. And I know it's good. I know it's cute. And people say, oh, you can make anywhere from $18 to $25 an hour. Let me tell you, Amazon got it so down packed now that they may not hire any more people to be independent drivers probably till the next couple of months. But so far, I can tell you, every time I go to AmazonFlex.com, They still looking for people in Kentucky. They still looking for people who live in San Francisco, Chino, California. I guess that's Los Angeles. I know it's a couple of cities in Florida. I didn't see Jacksonville or nothing like that, but Miami, I don't know. Just go online and see. But it was all those cities, and then they got a waiting list for all the other major cities. So it's gonna be a minute before Atlanta gets in that needs any more people. But they do need people to work for Amazon as a regular part-time employee. And they also have other centers throughout the city. But they're hiring, they got these temp agencies, and these other agencies, they said, oh, come work with Amazon, but you're actually working for a temp agency or something like that. In the distribution center with the Amazon Fresh, and then they're hiring people at Amazon to work in the mall with their little Amazon Echo. What they think called? I think the little thing you see on the you speak into, it says Amazon do this or whatever. I guess they call it the Echo. They're looking for people to work in the mall for that, to do technical support and sell those products with Amazon. And I could assure you, when Amazon finished their finalization of Whole Food, they're going to be looking for people to work doing that too. But they need to get rid of all those damn stupid ass Whole Food employees they got, especially that one on State Bridge and Johns Creek. They need to fire all of those, all of them, every single one. Get rid of their asses, But they are freaking rude and they're not helpful. Every time I went to him and did that Amazon, that Whole Food price audit this past weekend, and it was an unreviewed shop. And let me tell you, boys, I didn't want to get into that story about that. But you will never, ever see me put my foot or toe in a Whole Food ever, especially over there in Johns Creek. Racist ass motherfuckers, dang cooning ass niggers. You ask for help, they act like I'm putting up food. I'm like, what they got to do with the fact that I'm asking you how much something costs? You're just gonna keep on walking, keep on doing your packaging like I never asked you how much something costs. Why you want to know? Look, them African named Abraham. He got the nerve to come up and say that. I said, what do you mean? Why I want to know? Because I want to know how much it costs. You need to put the price on the food so someone knows how much something costs. And then your dumbass nigga got the nerve to get that fucking attitude because I asked you how much an organic, whatever it was, that I was inquiring about costs. They make me so sick of that Whole Food. Ooh, they make me so mad. Ooh. But Amazon's going to change that whole entire concept in regards to pulling up at the Whole Food and people want their food delivered from that stupid Instacart. They're going to be hiring more drivers when they launch that Amazon Fresh grocery, that's their grocery delivery system, and Instacart. They're not going to renew that. They're going to cut that so quick. They only got 2 more years for them to stay on with their contract. And trust me, when it gets down to a year or so, that's when they start to revamp. That's when they start to, moving them out, But it's going to happen. I'll tell you that. And Amazon even is looking for partners if you have fleets of trucks. Let me tell you, I saw this on somebody else's video. They were, it was a lady too. What the hell? It was this lady too. And she was looking at old trucks and she wanted to become a delivery service. She already did Uber Eats. But I was wondering, so why are you looking at trucks if you do Uber Eats? That's too much I don't need to, for me to do Uber Eats, I don't need to get no big old truck. But that was not her plan. Her plan was to get um, delivery trucks and go around and help people move, and also pick up furniture, refrigerators, and appliances when people need help. You know, and that's a good thing to get into, because Amazon. I saw an ad the other day that Amazon was looking for people who were had fleets, Amazon fleet services, and what you do. And I know Uber has that too. You have a fleets of cars, and somebody could work under you, and you just get paid based on the cars that's out there. But Amazon has it where if you have a fleet of trucks, employees, then um, you're gonna be basically one of the contractors to provide services for Amazon. And it's just like becoming an Amazon FPA, doing business as Amazon, online, when you sell products online. See, Amazon is the world's largest marketplace online services. And the reason why is because they have many small markets. If you're a business and you want to start an online business and you want to sign up for Amazon to sell your products, they get a cut, and you pay for the shelving space, and they give you the difference. See, Amazon has markets of people worldwide, all over the world, to get any service and product. They don't have to have, that's why they have distribution centers. Anybody could sell a product and says, okay, well, you just send us your product, but you're going to pay a small fee to lease your items on the shelf. And as it gets closer to Christmas, that fee goes up. So if Amazon makes 25, 30% or whatever it is, I don't know. I have never looked at their actual numbers. That's how they became world dominance, billion dollar company, and worth so much. It's because you get other people to do it. It's just like multi-level marketing. You don't have to, own grocery stores and buy the product yourself and then you try to sell it. What you do is you get other people under you. Say you have a service, you be under me, I get a percentage from your cut, and then you get other people under you, you get their percentage of their cut. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's exactly what it is. The whole concept of how it works is, everything anyone does is multi-level marketing. The reason why a lot of people frown upon people who come and ask people to join an organization and sell, be multi-level marketing is because they've been in it for 5, 6, 7 years, and they established the market so much that by the time you get to do it, you already past that infancy stage. You have to get into it from the ground, from the bottom. When they first started, that first year, second year. But once it gets to 7, 8 years, and 9 years, and people come to you to like, oh, come here and sign up, and you could be and sell and become Primerica, or what's the other one? To sell detergents and stuff. Primerica's the other one, but it's the other one. They in the Trump administration. They based out of Ohio. I can't think of what it is. But that's all it is. One big pyramid scheme that a lot of people say. Is a pyramid scheme is when you don't actually have an actual product to sell. That's illegal. If I recruit you and I tell you to get 5 people, and you get 5 people and you pay me some money, but you ain't selling no products, you ain't selling nothing, even if it's information, then it's great. But your main business model is to recruit other people and get money from them, and you get 10% and 15% of that, and then it becomes a pyramid scheme. when you take money to give to others to pay them out. That's what that Maddox case thing was about. That was a scheme because you're paying dividends, but yet you're getting other people to pay, so you could take money from Paul to pay Peter. Then that becomes a scheme. But the whole distribution centers of Amazon and the online process all started from, how did he start? He started from having an online bookstore. He just got other people, says, okay, well, let's sell, I got all these books. Look at this. I got all these books in this box. I could go to Amazon, Alice Walker, The Temple of My Familiar. You know how old this book is? This book is so old. It's probably like a first edition. I could go online at Amazon, sell these old books, these old textbooks that have something to sell. It's okay, y'all. I got this book. Anybody wants to buy it, and then I send it off to Amazon. I pay Amazon 20 cents. I sell this book $1. And I'm just using that as math purposes. So just look at the math. I sell this book for $1. Amazon gets 20 cents. I keep 80 cents. Amazon gets 20 cents. And if I have 100 people who want to sell me a book online, and I have a website, and 100 people sell a book that's $1, $100, I keep $20, and everybody else keeps their 80%. And that's what Amazon did. They got people all over the world when they first started to sell books online. Authors, and you sell, and I'm just using $1. So you multiply that by a million people. Let's say 50,000 people is doing that. You see how much money Amazon made? And that's how they started. A small white man, bald-headed, with a funny smile. That's what that smile comes from in the box. Bezo. He trademarked. He was always smiling all the time, And then he took that little smile. His smile, that's his smile, and put it on the box. And I was like, how ingenious is that? And when the .com boom happened in the year 2000, all these companies came about, and Amazon was one of the ones that survived. A lot of companies had hit the bubble, and this was before the cell phone. This was before they had any kind of app or anything, and that's how it all began. He didn't do anything special when he started Amazon. All he did was sow a need and said, it's okay. And he continued to do that. And he did that simply by saying, okay, we start off with books. Then he started off with toys, clothes, and people said, oh, I want to sell something too. Let me go online and start selling. And I got these books, let me sell it to somebody who may be interested in looking for that product. So he said, okay, go ahead and use my platform to sell your books. I get a percentage. You keep the difference in the profits. And that's it. What ingenious is that? Same thing with Yahoo. Yahoo's the same thing. Yahoo, we see so many commercials now with Yahoo. Same thing. Shopify, that's another one. And I know quite a few of y'all who are YouTubers. Y'all sell your products online too, making t-shirts. So sell my t-shirt, Now, I don't know if you're going through Shopify or Yahoo or Amazon to sell those t-shirts, but, you But if you understand the concept of e-commerce and online shopping and everything, these brick and mortar places are closing. And most jobs in retail, working in a store, nope. Customer service, working, you don't have to call customer service on the phone. They got computers that answer your customer service calls. And let's not talk, please don't mention about all the jobs are going to India. Ain't all the jobs are not going to damn India. They may some of it go to India, but that's going to be gone. That's not going to be, they're not going to do that either. Those companies are not going to go and do that either. So they said, okay, let's go ahead and use the gig economy concept. Everybody could be independent contractors, 1099. And we could work for someone to work from home to answer calls. And remember I told y'all, I don't know if some of y'all knew, but I had applied for a job that I saw they were looking Grubhub customer service to work from home. I had that little phone assessment test yesterday, and they said, we'll let you know at 5 o'clock if you got accepted. Man, I checked the email. They told me, sorry, thank you. Fortunately, you're moving on with somebody else. Let me tell you, they had a little nasty attitude because they were asking me, what hours do you want to work? Which shift you want? I mean, I had to give them a time and a date right then and there on the phone. I'm asking questions about the training and the schedule. The first week, they weren't going to pay you. They wanted you the first week, they wanted you to go through this virtual training without pay. Then you had to pay for your own background check, which was $25. Then they wanted you, then the second week, you will learn the system with Grubhub with the customers for terms of customer service. And they only paid $10 an hour. And you was an independent contractor. There were no benefits or nothing. And I asked them, I said, well, how long is this particular contract was to last? Oh, from the time you start to the end of the year. So it was only 6 months. So they only had a contract with Grubhub to the end of the year. And then they see they'll renew it every year. Now, this company, it wasn't only for Grubhub. They also were the ones who take calls for the 800 numbers online when people call at night ordering those cast iron pots and stuff, I think it was, and Priceline. Those were you could only do one campaign at a time, so you couldn't work. Oh, can I work this 800 number line and then do Grubhub? Because no, you couldn't do it. So when they was asking me all these questions about the hours and the time, they only took calls from 5 p.m. until 1 a.m. And I was like, from Thursday through Monday or something like that. It was some crazy schedule time they wanted you to work, but you had to commit to 20 hours a week minimum. So I was asking all these questions, and I sworn during the time I'm asking her these questions, she's like, that little attitude. I'm like, what the hell? But I couldn't do it anyway because number one, the hours that they were talking about that they wanted me to work, if I was working at Amazon, I couldn't do it anyway because the schedule was going to overlap and conflict. So I can't be in Smyrna doing Amazon and then be here and work Grubhub customer service from home. And the third reason I couldn't do it was because I don't know who the hell keeps fucking calling me on this caller ID, but you have been captured. Anyways, then a third reason why is because I'm active on the platform to do Grubhub. So I can't be a driver for Grubhub and then work in customer service at the same time for this third-party company that they hiring Grubhub associates. So I couldn't do both. Besides, that was too many jobs anyway. Uber Eats, Grubhub, then do Grubhub customer service, and then do Amazon. Nope, that was just too much. So it works out perfectly because when I first saw the schedules for Amazon that Monday, when I went there, immediately my thought was, well, dang, I'm going to do, I said, I can't do Grubhub customer service and do Amazon. I have to choose. But since I already had committed to talking to the person on the phone yesterday, I just wanted to know what it was about. So that way, if anybody else was interested, looking for a job, working for Grubhub customer service, which they'll need to be starting pretty soon because the dates were August the 8th till the 15th or something. And then they had another class at the end of August, in the beginning in September. So if anybody is interested and they were interested in looking for that job for Grubhub customer service, you do have to realize that you have to have a landline, not a landline, you have to have, you cannot have wireless service. You have to have an Ethernet connected to your laptop. And you also have to have a wireless headset. You have to pay $25 for the background check yourself. And you must commit to a minimum of 20 hours a week, part-time. And then it had to be at night. It was like 5 p.m. till 1 in the morning or something. And you have to work between those hours. But anybody's interested in wanting to know, oh, here it is. I wrote it down. You may want to go quickly and August 10th to the 14th, 3:30 to 12 a.m. And then they had the class option 2 was August 21st to 25th. And then 12 p.m. to 4. So you have to have a certain availability for the first 2 weeks. The first week is is no training. You don't get paid for training. The second week is when you actually do live calls to be certified. You have to be certified. Once you pass certification, then you have to work between a certain window of time with Grubhub customer service. But if you're working Grubhub as an independent contractor, you cannot be a customer service rep for this company. I think something in that contract is you can't subcontract. You cannot be a subcontractor. So I assume you cannot be both because you have access to the system of Grubhub system. So for them not choosing me, tell me thank you, we went on and you don't qualify. I'm like, ain't no skin on my nose. Shoot, made the decision real easy for me because I'd rather go and drive for Grubhub and just choose my own schedule, be flexible. It pays the same guaranteed $10 an hour anyway. So it worked out best. It worked out for me. And then I couldn't do it anyway because I'll be working for Amazon at their distribution center. And then they're probably going to notify me and ask me to come back and work in customer service over the phone at home. But I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'm going to tell them if they contact me to be rehired at customer service, the virtual customer service center, I'm going to ask them, well, I already work at the distribution center. Does that mean I could work from home too? And then they will have to change their training, how they train, because I didn't like how they did that. They just threw you to the wolves and wanted you on the phone and try to train you in 5 days. Want you to go to all those modules in 5 days. Nope. So, and then Monday when we went out there to look at the videos, so they tell you this is the job you'll be doing. It didn't even seem hard. It was like you're standing there processing in a box, and they say you must be able to lift 49 pounds. I mean, that ain't nothing. That would give me good exercise. I can, and then they say you be doing a lot of walking because the warehouse is supposed to be so big. I don't care. That would give me, 10,000, 15,000 steps a day? That would be good exercise. I need a job that I get to do walking and moving around, sitting in that dang car You know, even though you're going out the car, going to the restaurant, getting the bag, going back in the car, going to the person's house, you know, mm, it's all right, but I need something to move, you know. And like I said, every time I look for a job, Amazon is hiring all over for everything. And it's not even for these little manual looking jobs either. Amazon is hiring in the IT field, logistics, warehouse, um, technical work, somebody to work from home, handling. They hiring for everything. Amazon has taken over to the point where even um, they'll be looking for people in these higher skilled jobs. That's why they're offering um, that's the tuition for 95%. Because number one, for a company to say, okay, we pay 95% of your tuition for a high demand career job, that means that they're going to be looking for people to work in their many humongous organizations. So I said, shoot, let me go and take advantage of that. I don't care. Shoot, sit there and just, you know, process a bag and boxes. Man, please, that ain't nothing. It don't bother me, and it's only part time too, so I don't even have to be stressing myself to a full time 40-hour a week job and be like, oh. So I could do 25 an hour. I could do 25 hours a week. Now, it ain't that bad. And then on top of the Uber Eats and Grubhub, I had already calculated that I could make between my number of hours for doing Uber Eats and Grubhub, even if I don't get a lot of hours for Grubhub initially, if I work with the Uber Eats and say I could say, let me see, you make about 300 and do $100 for Grubhub. That's $400. And then with Amazon, depending on if I get the overnight shift that pays $13 an hour or $12 an hour, that's about four. Let me calculate this in my head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about $700 a week. And they already told us that they may ask you to stay over sometime when they need help. Now, yeah, that's about $800, $850 a week. And that's not really, and that's what, 25 hours. And they pay you weekly at Amazon, by the way, if I didn't say that already. Yep. When I tell if I set a dollar amount or goal amount of doing Uber Eats and doing Grubhub, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm not going to be working all the way around the clock either. Like I said, I don't know. I'll let y'all know what my schedule will be with Amazon. But yes, if you live in Baltimore, if you live in those cities that I've showed you, there's a hiring event today. So I would suggest that maybe you go down and hopefully it's 12:36 now. So hopefully it won't be too late for some of y'all to go down there and check it out. Hopefully, if you live in those cities that I've mentioned, you can see they're hiring on the spot. And if not, just go online. They're looking for people. Um, it could be a good part-time job. They may be looking for part-time and full-time. But I could tell you, the Amazon distribution center or Amazon Flex working in the warehouse, that's permanent. They said they made that permanent. They're not seasonal anymore. They're now perm. So They have full-time positions too, but like I said, now let me tell you, if you're full-time with Amazon, you get benefits from day one. 401k, medical, dental, all that starts from day one. Part-time is 90 days, if I didn't say that already. So I would think it's a good company to work for. Like I said, my first think with Amazon, when it came to customer service, they just needed to give people more time to complete training, you know. And I think when they did that, hiring thousands and thousands of people and how they wanted people to get on that phone in 5 days and not complete the training and tell people, don't worry about it. We need you on the phone. We need you on the phone. We need you on the phone. And a lot of people quit and say, you know what? Now they want to come back and rehire people and want to know why. What happened? Why y'all didn't stay? Take this survey. We want to know what was going on. Don't rush people to training. Not like that. Not that kind of job. People calling and complaining about their packages and they didn't get their food and this and that. And you want to train people in 5 days and get on the phone and don't even know what you're talking about. I couldn't do it. I told them, I said, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be half-ass training, and y'all just want me to get on the phone just to answer the phone. Because then what's going to happen is you get frustrated. At least I will get frustrated very easily, and then I'll turn around and quit. So I resigned on good cause, and now they want me to come back and work for the customer service department. But nope. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do my little part-time job when it starts, probably at the end of this month or the middle of this month, and do my Grubhub and do Uber Eats and still look for a job and still send my resumes out. And if I hear from SunTrust out the blue, I have a feeling that's they're gonna come and pop up all of a sudden. I don't know, understand how y'all could be so slow about nobody. All those people y'all interviewed and nobody got an offer, and they talking about, oh, it's a slow process. You know, I'm like, you ain't got to worry about me opening an account with SunTrust. That's for sure. Some bogus. You know, all these companies, they want to drag on their feet. And then when all these companies start hiring, then they're going to be like, damn, we can't find nobody. You know, it always happens. When the minute you get one job offer, everybody out the flood works. All these companies I applied for months. Watch. It always happens. The minute I start one, somebody want to call me on the phone. Oh, you interviewed with us a couple of months ago, and we want to know if you're still interested in working with us. Watch. The minute you'll get nice and comfortable. But you know what? I'm not going to take any old job. You know, I'm going to sit here and work this little part-time job at Amazon. Wait to see if Amazon customer service calls me back to work from home, and I'm going to ask them, you know, if they want me to come back, I'm going to say, well, one thing, I work already in your other division, and two, can you work in customer service on different days? Because I think they did tell me one time that they do have it where you could work from home in one position and then work part-time somewhere else. I think they did say you could do that. I know they won't let you work as an independent contractor and work for Amazon as an employee. You can't do that. But, you know, since I didn't get chosen off that list yet to drive for Amazon Prime, picking up those packages, you know, I'm not going to be bothered with that too much. I ain't going to be bothered with that because I think they're going to try to keep as many of those independent contractors that they can and load them up with packages versus them going through this going through getting more people to drive for them. And besides, it's so many dang cars out there picking up those packages up there in Smyrna. I don't even know how they even have enough room to accommodate all those vehicles and cars picking up packages. But I don't know. Maybe if they decide to get another center open up, say on a different side of town, and I'm gonna keep my ears open for that. So for those who live in Atlanta, if I hear anything that they said, okay, we're gonna open up another center, say in Lawrenceville or some other part of town to do packages, I'll tell y'all, and then that's when I know they'll be hiring again for independent contractors in Atlanta or any place else for that matter. All right, who the hell's calling me? Hello? Hello? Who's this? Yeah, I'm on in now. Kevin Campbell. I hadn't seen nobody in the chat room. How you well you no, I know you wouldn't be the one calling me on the call ID, would you? Somebody's been calling me doing that. But how's it going? I know you always ask me a lot of questions all the time. Okay. Okay, what's your question? Who knows? I don't know. I don't even understand the concept of socks with sandals, so that's just the way it is. I don't know who thought of that concept, wearing socks with the flip flop sandals, so who knows? Why you say your name is Kevin and then you got a girl voice? All right, Kevin. All right. Is that where you live in? That where in Atlanta you live at? You have a 678 area code. What do you mean we're neighbors? Your neighbors where you live? All right, that's strange that you're here. So, anyways, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, that's about it. It's 12:45. Let me see. See if I got any Uber Eats. See if we got any blocks for Grubhub. I mean, nope, no schedules. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna. Oh, another thing with Grubhub. That'll be the last thing I'm gonna say. Then I'm going about to go. Grubhub in Atlanta has split up their region, east and west side, and now they got it where you have to choose if you want to work on the east side or west side of Atlanta. And I chose to go to the east side because one, I live on the east side, and it will cover everything east of Atlanta, which includes downtown Atlanta, Decatur, Snellville, Stone Mountain, Tucker, Lawrenceville, Swanee, that whole entire part. And on the west side is like East Point Airport, College Park. They split Sandy Springs up, so depending on what side you're on, it'll be including that. Oh, the east side also includes Buckhead and Brookhaven, and they split Sandy Springs. So I don't know. That's interesting. That's a very good thing that Grubhub did by splitting up Atlanta, because that's too far to be living in one part of Atlanta to be going to, you live in College Park, for you to go to downtown Atlanta, I guess. I don't know. But that's how they did it. So the west side would be like Cobb County, Kennesaw. I don't know. It's interesting. I like how they did that, but it's supposed to start in a couple weeks in August. So I already put in my little request that I want to do the east side. And we shall see how that goes. All right, y'all. I'm tired. I don't know who the 6 people is on here. But Paula, you give me a call. I did call you the other day, but you ain't answer the phone. But you asked me a question about something, but you didn't answer. Oh, this is the map. Let me show you the map real quick that I was talking about. Atlanta market. Uh-oh. Shoot, there you go. See, this is what I was telling you about. They have had a video. Yeah. So this is the way you go to. Just go to the Amazon deliveries.jobs, I guess. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm tired of talking. And I'm going to make some changes to my YouTube site. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.